Okay. Listen, I know I'm supposed to cover the chapters weekly, but like I took a break. Monsters Remake took a break, and like the 11th chapter wasn't really all too much to make a video on. So I'll still cover it like right now in this video, and also the 12th chapter. But like, hey, all I'm asking is this video took a long time to edit. This video took a long time to make. Give me some grace here, all right? That's all I'm asking. But anyway, we open with Stretch. We open with Jabari in the dean's office along with everyone else, like that, every other hound and whatnot. Han, rest of Team Alpha, and the other teams. And we see one person who's supposed to be in the team by himself. Keep that in mind. He's by himself, right? So right now, the dean's explaining how Team Delta last performance was the one that cost them their lives. Team Delta was the team we met in the beginning of the first volume. Before we met Jabari and whatnot. Which, listen, okay. I want just a side tangent real quick. Once this volume is over, I'll cover volume 1. All right, I'll summarize volume 1 for y'all. But one of the team captains, Fane, he yells to the dean, right? And then that's when we actually meet him. We actually met him in the first volume. He was the dude who bumped into Jabari, and September scared him off. But we meet Fane and his team Gamma, but not Gamma Razor, the team. And so we meet Tilly, we meet Ren, and we meet Bastion. I don't know how to say his name, to be frank with you. Just don't ask me. And so he's asking, oh yeah, why hasn't their team been sent out in a long while? You know what I mean? Because like apparently Team Gamma hasn't been sent out for like weeks. And so Wraith, we finally meet Wraith, and Wraith. Okay, quick warning, Wraith is a tweaker, bro. Like he's tweaking out. I made a Shigaraki joke about him last time, but yo, he tweaks. He's a tweaker, bro. Like he looks like he's definitely off something. I'm not even gonna lie. Like you put him in a trap house, bro, he's making something devious, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. But Fane, Wraith, he stands on the desk, right? He stands on the desk where Fane is sitting. And Fane asks, do you want to die today? Because Fane is that tough boy trope, the Bakugo trope, I want to say Genya trope, but like Genya was only a tweaker for like the beginning of season 1 and like the beginning of the Swordsmith Village arc, but still, Wraith, the principal dean is like, y'all be quiet, they square up, bro. They're ready. They're locked in. They're ready for this. They're really like that for real. And then Jabari stands up. He starts yelling at them. And he was like, "Yo, didn't you run from September, bro? We will really put you in the ground, bro. Like you don't want to deal with this, bro." All of Team Alpha just starts looking at Jabari like, "Yo, what is going on?" The only person to be like, "All right, I see how it is Allison." And I kid you not, she goes, "Newbie's got a pair." Oh, the shipper's about to go crazy with this one. But then Fane gets all upset because that's just how he is. And say that to my face, you, as Wraith steps on his head, is like, down, dog. So me personally, I wouldn't let someone call me a dog. I wouldn't let that happen. But then again, Wraith is kind of a tweaker. I mean, really, just look at him. You really want to mess with someone like that? But then we cut to the next page, and all the other teams are looking, because why are you causing a scene? And then Jabari, he cracks his knuckles, and I'm like, hey, I'm not finished with you. You know what I'm saying? And so all of Team Alpha, they all stand up. They're like, yo, we're standing on this, bro. We're not letting you get you try him, you try us, bro. The only person who doesn't stand up is Liam. He's telling them to stand down because, like, obviously, have some class. We're not supposed to be fighting each other, you know what I mean? And so, Team Beta, they stepped up too. Like, all right, we can really get active in here. But but the team captain was like, yo, stand down, because obviously they had nothing to do with this. Why are they getting up? And Fane is like, yo, stand down, Beta. We're not dealing with this right now. You know what I mean? The dean is like, now that we're back to some civility, she starts talking about the first leaker we saw in the first volume. I don't remember his name. I don't even think he got a name. He might be a nameless character for all you know. But then Rafe is like, yo. But then the dean is like, due to Team Alpha's failure to bring the monster to justice, well, we're gonna have to send y'all giving detention. Now this page was leaked. We saw this page. This was like the second leaked page. And so Jabari clearly upset. He looks away, and Han's yapping to him, and then they start having a conversation, and like, I don't know, they're just yapping about anything at that point. Oh wait, besides this last panel where it's like, yo, why would they go in with no suits? So obviously there's some mystery there. And then we learn Rafe is known as the Hellhound because of his scent, quote unquote. We still don't know what his tuning is. We still don't know what his tuning is. We still don't know what he's able to do, what his abilities are. Nope, none of that. But yeah. And this is where we really started to see Rafe tweak, bro. Because this panel specifically goes, I will kill unalive all of them. So yeah, and then he starts listing off Han and Jabari. They start talking again, and then September, she's like, "Hey, cheek 1, cheek 2, shut up." And so they're like, "Cheek 1, cheek 2." She was like, "Yeah, two cheeks make it one butt," but she didn't say butt, obviously. And so these two start arguing over which cheek they are, and it's like, yo, we serious right now? Dean starts explaining how hounds only make up 15% of the survival rate, right? From who returns and who doesn't return. Or I'm explaining this horribly, but that's kind of why I do this, And that's where the chapter ends. All right, chapter 12. All right, we open. We're back where we left off. Actually, not where we left off, but we open to them leaving the little hound meeting they were having. Jabari's like bummed out. He's like, yo, I need to get out of here, bro. I'm so tired of here. I'm so tired of it, bro. We have to get strong. I have to get stronger. I'm tired of being the weak link here. I need to, learn how to use my tuning a little better. And it was like, well, you can't do that right now. We still have class because this is still a school. Completely forgot this was still a school. And so, because like when you're fighting leakers, bro, what do you want? What am I gonna learn the square root of a circle for, bro? Like I have to worry if I'm gonna be alive for dinner tomorrow, bro. What am I learn? What do I need to worry about? Freaking. Why did Isaac Newton do this, bro? Why did Isaac Newton clip his toenail in like 1982? I don't know. Like, come on now. So and he only has like 7 more hours. So this is early in the morning. This is 8 o'clock. Like I start school at 7, bro. This is, oh my lord. But yeah, no. Jabari enters his first class and he's not really paying attention. Hey, Corey put in a Dragon Ball reference. I'm gonna just let that sink in. Anyways, yeah, no, he's getting to his first class and he's just like, he's not paying attention. Obviously, he's thinking, he's in his head, and he's just going through the motions of the day and whatnot, right? And so he's just listening in on everything, right? He's not really paying attention to whatnot until he gets to what I'm guessing is the second class, and he's listening in because remember, Jabari has great hearing. He's able to hear anything, like practically almost anything, right? And so what he hears is Sonata has relit 12 new cities. That's bad. That's bad because that means they probably have more places to make leakers, right? Because that's what I assume. They're making the leaker. I mean, I don't really need to assume that, but either way, right? And he's just like, and now Jabari's like definitely in his head. And then he's like, he's at lunch. He finishes lunch, gets to his final class. He's leaving. He's texting his mom because he's like, he needs to talk to his mom. Like he's doing that thing, that everyone eventually does. Like, bro, shout out moms for real. Like, moms really be coming in clutch. But Fane walks up, snatches his phone, and Jabari stands on that. He's not about to let that slide. It's like, you need to get it back or you swear up. And Fane's like, all right, come on then, show me. And Jabari knocks you should. Ooh, calm down. Jabari socks this man in the jaw, just like, nah, like, done with this. The phone gets sent flying. He catches it, but it's crap. But Fane gets up. He goes to freaking suplex, bro. And then the coach comes in. He's like, yo, chill out. Hell. So luckily Jabari didn't get slammed. But he does check his phone and it's cracked, and he just got it. And yo, I know how he feels. I know how he feels. And so he's texting his mom, talking to her about it, and she was like, "Hey, you pop out. You show everyone who's boss there. You know how a black mama is. Come on now. Black mamas, whenever you're struggling on something, they just like pop out. Come on now." But no. He gets there and he's like, "Okay, so how does Liam have a sword? Certain people have weapons and other people's don't." And we learn you kind of have to you kind of buy your weapons, right? They're like credits in a way, or like, I don't know, units in a way, like units or credits for Marvel, whichever one you want to call them. And currently, Jabari can't buy anything. Jabari can't buy a weapon. He can't buy anything, obviously. And so he's looking at him, and he's like, "Okay, well, let's just get our suits on, right? Because I'm guessing they're suiting up for training." And Jabari, he grabs this envelope-looking thing. I don't know if it's specifically an envelope. I don't know what it's called. It just kind of looks like an envelope. And so we get this Power Ranger-esque transformation. And honestly, it's kind of hard. But the way Jabari opens it, he stands too close to it, and it kind of just punches him right in the stomach or the chest, whichever one you want to call it. And we get the transformation, and honestly, peak transformation. Like, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, it's better than the Sailor Moon, snatch off the clothes, make them a body of light to cover them up, and then put the clothes sequence on. Don't get me wrong, Sailor Moon, that transformation has definitely gotten some traction, but this transformation is peak. And so we see everyone else deploy their suits, and everyone's like, "Yo, don't complain, bro." Like, he's complaining about why did it hurt, and he's like, "Yo, shut up and just get ready." And so they deploy their suits, and we see all the hounds. We see Team Alpha, we see Team Gamma, and Team Beta, and Wraith, because he's by himself. He's aura farming like the tweaker he is, and that's where the chapter ends. Now, what I'm assuming here is it's gonna be like a team versus team thing, because one of the leak pages we see Han on the ground against Wraith. So I'm guessing that's either happening next chapter or chapter 14. So yeah. But thank you for how much love y'all showed the last review. Sorry this one took so long to come out. Like I said, I was taking a break. Nothing much happened in chapter 11. And if y'all liked the video, make sure you comment that you liked it and let me know what your thoughts are. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.
I'm a big creep. If I got up on a lean, I'm a sensitive. I run the racks up with my queen, like running it.